Welcome to Remedy of the Week. My name is Mindy Bridgman. I'm a naturopath and herbalist. Each week I'm going to come to you and present a new remedy or herb that I like to use in herbal medicine and naturopathy. So today I'm talking about something called Gotu Kola. Gotu Kola is a herbal medicine that I use in clinic all the time. So let's get started. So Gotu Kola, or Centella asiatica, is called Gotu Kola for many reasons. It is a Ayurvedic herb and it basically means tissue repair. So very, very simple translation there. So it is from the Apiaceae family and the leaf is used in herbal medicine. So what does Gotu Kola do? Well, it does a lot of things. So one of the biggest things that we use Gotu Kola for in herbal medicine is for wound healing. So when there is wounds or when the body is not resistant enough to tackle injuries and things like that, Gotu Kola can be a wonderful herbal medicine to help heal those wounds. So it is vulnerary, which means wound healing in herbal medicine. It is an anti-inflammatory, it is anti-fibrotic, so that means scar tissue that is forming after healing can be broken down a lot easier. It is a tonic. It is also a venotonic, so for the venous system. It is a depurative, which means it can take impurities out of tissues and eliminate them through the kidneys. And it is an adaptogen. So an adaptogen herbal medicine means that it's able to adapt your body to stresses in the outside world. So indications, what do we use it for when people come in with clinical cases into our practice? Well, I use it for the following. I use it for venous insufficiency. So if somebody has issues where their circulation is struggling, I will look to something like Gotu Kola because it has such an amazing effect on being able to improve that venous return. I use it for edema, so swelling of the peripherals or the tissues. It can be fantastic at clearing out that congestion and helping those lymph nodes to heal properly. I use it for chronic wounds like ulcers, diabetic ulcers in particular, MRSA. It is a great adjunct for that one. Clearing infections like staph out of wounds. It can be really great at healing up the tissue so that it's able to regenerate and heal. I use it for keloid scars and hypertrophic scarring as well. Inflammatory joint tissues, in some cases I will use Gotu Kola to help with that inflammation. Connective tissue repair, and for just general tissue support in the body, because often we're finding that tissues can be harmed by toxins in the environment, they can be harmed by stress, and even post-surgically there can be issues around the body not healing or responding to the environment very well. There can be a lot of taxing and degeneration going on, so Gotu Kola can help with those processes a lot. So it is a very prized herb in Ayurvedic medicine, but it is also something that is used around the world for different things, not just in India and Pakistan and places like that. So it is a creeping perennial herb with green leaves and a red stem. Its common name is Singalese, meaning cup-shaped leaf as well. So Gotu Kola itself means wound healing. Singalese means cup-shaped leaf because of the description of how it looks. So in Ayurveda, Gotu Kola is valued as a Rasana herb or rejuvenating tonic and is considered cooling and drying. So common indications include chronic skin conditions and infections and anti-aging formulas because it can stimulate collagen production. So in traditional Chinese medicine, it's used to clear damp heat and cool the blood, clear the liver and stop bleeding, so it has an astringent effect. Its common indications in TCM include gastrointestinal infections, eye conditions and conditions requiring any astringent effects. So throughout the whole world, it has been traditionally used to treat a range of skin conditions, wounds, rheumatic conditions, and as a general tonic as well. So I use Gotu Kola frequently in my clinical practice for wound healing, edema and skin conditions. And I find that it can really, really help in those stubborn cases where wound healing has just not been happening. I've got one case at the moment where we're trying to clear a MRSA ulcer of the leg, and Gotu Kola is a big part of what we're doing here to help the tissue regeneration, and we are making massive headway, so that's fantastic. So what are the constituents of Gotu Kola? So constituents are what makes the plant up and what the properties of the plant are in order to allow healing to proceed. So it has particular types of constituents just known to Gotu Kola, which I always find is fascinating because it allows this plant to shine in what it's supposed to do. So centellosides, which is a triterpene saponin, just found in Gotu Kola, is one of its main constituents. Monoterpenes and sequetraterpenes are very important too. So mono means on their own. Sequetra means that it is in sequence, so they work in sequence together. So Gotu Kola has both types of terpenes. Flavonoids, which we know are antioxidants, including quercetin and kaempferol as well. So just amazing what properties that Gotu Kola has, and it definitely backs up the traditional use. So evidence, there is lots of evidence in medical literature around Gotu Kola. And I love this because the ancients knew this, and we back it up with our science, but it was already known what it can do. So there was a randomised trial that investigated the effects of Gotu Kola in chronic venous insufficiency when taken several days before and after a long airline flight. So the study found a significant reduction in ankylodema and improvements in microcirculatory parameters in the treatment group compared to no treatment. So we know that when we're on a flight that we do have that risk of varicose veins and we do have that risk of edema. So in a clinical trial, 200 patients, so it was a fairly big trial, with diabetic foot ulcer were randomised to receive either Gotu Kola extract, so in an extract form, or placebo. What they found was that wound contraction was significantly better in the treatment group than placebo at days 7, 14 and 21. So it started to work really quickly, which is exciting. So an open trial found that topical Gotu Kola led to complete resolution of a previously non-healing chronic leg ulcer in 17 out of 22 patients after only 3 weeks. And a dose assessment study of 28 healthy older adults were given Gotu Kola at low, medium or high doses or placebo daily for 2 months. The treatment group had significant improvements in cognitive function, so they were able to think clearer, they were able to remember better, and it was working memory that was the most obvious in this group. The highest dose also increased calmness and alertness after 8 weeks, so that's pretty cool. So in an animal model, Gotu Kola was given orally or applied topically for 24 days following a wound. The study found Gotu Kola increased cellular proliferation, collagen synthesis and collagen maturation at the wound site, and the wounds healed faster compared to no treatment at all. So oral supplementation in this group was far more effective than topical application. So what does that tell you? That its vulnerary activities as a wound healing herb are just profound, and the evidence speaks for itself. So it is also known as Brahmi in Ayurvedic medicine, not to be confused with Bacopa, that is also known as Brahmi, because it is revered as a wonderful herb that the gods used. So it is a very, very powerful, respected herb in Ayurvedic medicine. So modern science, as I said before, has backed up what the ancients knew, that it was a circulatory stimulating wound healing herb, and we are so fortunate as herbalists to be able to have it in our repertory. So I hope you've enjoyed that, but I'm going to show you what it looks like now just briefly, and then we can finish up for today. So I use Gotu Kola mostly in an extract. I like the extract, that's why I've got such a big bottle of it. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like in a measuring cup so you can see Gotu Kola and how it works. Oop, I'm trying to position my camera, sorry. Okay, so it is the leaf extracted into an ethanolic compound, and we can see how dark that is. So that is absolutely beautiful and dark, and it looks like a cough medicine, really, really brown, but those leaves are dried and then they are extracted using ethanol and a bit of distilled water, and we get this beautiful compound. And you can even see inside of that there are little parts of the plant in there. You can see them breaking up a little bit, so it's hard to get that, but yeah, you can see those little chunks in there. So you do get, in herbal medicines, you will get some residue, you will get some sticky textures coming up because the herbs have been extracted and broken down. So that allows us to get all of those terpenes out of there, those saponins, to try to help heal those flavonoids that exert their therapeutic action in the body. So it is also used in formulas. So over here I have one that I'm using called Tissue Regen X, and this is in combination with other herbs. So this is not just Gotu Kola, this is also a combination of other herbal medicines. So we have some ginkgo in here, we have some of our Gotu Kola, of course, and we have our grapeseed extract in there too. So working in combination synergistically with herbal medicines can be an amazing way to use Gotu Kola as well. And this is also a fantastic remedy that I use for people who cannot tolerate extracts as well. So I hope you've enjoyed the presentation on Gotu Kola. It is one of my favourite herbs to use in practice. But if you have any questions, or if you've used Gotu Kola yourself, pop a comment in. I'd love to hear from you. Or if you'd like to know more about it, pop a comment in. Thanks for watching.